So, hey guys,
What's up?
I'm Jessica,
I'm Madushi or Mordecai.
and we are the soon to be Mr. and Mrs. Saint Mercier,
Hmm.
and that is because we are getting married on 2026.
Yeah,
We're
and
engaged.
engaged. Yeah, the reason why we are having these discussions or those discussions is to the goal is to ease the destination wedding process by informing and empowering couples that are thinking of doing the same. And so yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So, the topic of today's episode is resort hunting.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's, well, for now, we're still in the process, so we're really sharing the information as we go
There's a
through the
lot of
process. And
mosquitoes, so you'll see me do this a lot because they like my
yeah,
blood.
we're outside. Um, I think it was like the biggest and longest part for us,
So
the
yeah,
resort
that
hunting.
that part was um very
Sorry.
it wasn't expected to last this long, one, and then all the back and forth that we had to go through with all the resorts and our uh agent,
Um,
what's- well, the person that
Travel agent.
travel agent,
Yeah.
yeah. And so yeah, it was a process that we didn't expect to be this long at all, honestly. I think it took us a month, literally a
Two.
month, 2 months,
Uh,
from March. Yeah, 2 months.
yeah, two
Two
months.
months. That's crazy.
Two
So two
months.
months to
Yeah.
decide which resort we wanted, and so this is why this is the topic of today, so we can inform you guys again to ease that process for you guys, the ones that are trying to do the same. So
Yes.
we'll talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say for us, we took the decision to take a wedding planner. Um, I think for us it was a help in starting, like,
Hmm.
it's new for us. We didn't know where to start, how to
What to
look,
do?
what to look for.
Yeah.
Um, and so we started by searching a website. Je sais pas si donner le nom du website.
No,
Yeah.
maybe après.
Okay. So we started by searching on a website that our wedding planner uh,
Suggested, which
exactly. Well, first of all, one thing that we were clear on and that we knew we wanted is that we wanted to get married in Mexico.
yeah, Mexico. For the non-Spanish people, Latinos.
Like, it's weird when you
Yeah,
say
no,
it,
no,
like,
you
you
can do it,
know.
say it the way you want it, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I think we knew that we wanted.
Hmm.
But then when we get on this website, we saw that, of course, there's different cities in Mexico. So it was really, really overwhelming. But we
Hmm.
knew also that we wanted to be like on the beach, on a resort, on a all-inclusive resort.
And that's one thing that you have, I guess, before you start that process of just like resort hunting, is to sit down with your spouse to be, and to discuss, okay, what do we want, what are the negotiables and the non-negotiables,
Yes.
as far as the food that you want. Do you want good food? Do you want, you don't care about the food? The venues, like, do you have an idea of what the venue is going to look like or not?
Yeah.
Do you want
The
the
ceremony, where do you
ceremony?
want
What do
it?
you want it? Do you want a resort with a beach?
Yeah.
Is that super important to you? Because some don't. We have, even though you're in Mexico, some doesn't have.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those are the things that you have to discuss
Also,
before. Go ahead.
I was gonna say also, how do you say that? The amenities.
Yeah,
What kind of
amenities,
amenities?
amenities. Yeah,
Amenities. Yeah. Do you want,
yeah.
do you want more like a party? Do you want more like a,
Chill resort,
yeah.
so, and the number of guests that you want. Also, you need to uh, keep that in mind when you're searching. You want an outdoor or indoor wedding or reception. So all those things have to be um, talked
Discuss
about, discussed,
prior to
prior to,
searching.
yeah. Because if you don't do it, then you'll be just like us, kind of, because we had an idea, and then once we started, it was overwhelming because we didn't know what we wanted. We knew we wanted as she said, Mexico, kind of good food. We want for sure a beach on the resort. That's not negotiable.
And we wanted like attractions like
Fun things to do around.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, on the
So
resort.
on the resort, we wanted stuff to do, so we didn't have to get out of the resort if we didn't want to. So those are the things you have to discuss, and then once you know that, then you can go on the web because there's so many websites. And we might shout this, talk about that website later on
Yeah.
once we're done or whatever. But if we do that, then you'll be able to know what exactly you want, because I think they most likely all are the same as far as the engine or how they work. So you pick the city you want or the country you want, and then you pick how many guests that you think you're gonna have.
Mhm.
I don't remember really what
No,
else.
you had to, well, to help you, you can put, okay, do, what kind of venue do you want? Do you
Hmm.
want, like he said, an indoor,
Yeah.
outdoor
Hmm.
venue, indoor or outdoor ceremony? You can, what kind of,
Ceremony time. No.
no, stars? How many
Oh yeah, how many stars? What
stars,
is the what is how
rate
is it rated?
stars?
Yeah,
Yeah,
how is the resort
that you
rated?
want.
Yeah,
And what else was important for us? The city, the stars,
food, beach.
the
We wanted
venues.
yeah, like you
Yeah, I
said,
think
amenities.
that's,
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's all that mattered. Mostly what mattered to us, and that's how we went about looking for the resort that it took 2 months to find. But that's really important. Once you're done with that, you can go and search, and
Start
yeah,
searching.
you can start searching, and then from there it'll be an easier process for you for sure if you do that. If you don't, it'll take you 2 months or even more if you're not prepared, organized. And
Yeah.
we thought we were I mean, we are organized and prepared, but we thought we were not like doing it in advance.
Yeah.
And it was the case, but because of that, us not knowing, it took 2 months.
Yeah. And I was gonna add, because the thing is that there is, for us it was Mexico.
Uh-huh.
I think it's the same if you go to another sunny destination wedding, whether it's Cuba or Dominican Republic, Jamaica. It can really be overwhelming because, for example, for Mexico, there's so many resorts that if you don't have a clear idea, vision of what you want for your wedding, it can really be overwhelming because there's so many choices.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
when we saw that there's so many choices, but at the same time, what we learned from that is that there's a lot of franchise, and it's all the same for the
yeah,
franchise. What I mean is, for example, if I don't know, I'll say a franchise Iberostar.
yeah.
Okay, the Iberostar franchise is all the same. The
The
package is
package is
gonna
the
be the
same
same
regardless of where you are, which
in
city or country
in
you
Mexico.
pick.
In
I mean, yes,
Mexico,
they're
in
basically like
Mexico.
the other one, 10, whatever that Josie talked to you
Yeah,
about. Different countries, some, but yeah.
and that's because of how the hotel was made. So, for example, they're not gonna give you, if you have 50 people,
Hmm.
50 guests, and let's say Iberostar won't give you more than two choices of venue because they just don't. They simply don't have the space, the capacity
Yeah,
for over, let's say, 30 people. So that along, knowing that, it can really ease the
reduce. Yeah,
process. So in order to know that, you have to do your guest list. I think it's one of the most important things to do first, because you want to have like an overview of how many people you're inviting, and it will help for the resort
research.
hunting.
Not resort. Yeah, not resort
Yeah,
hunting.
for the hunting. But just keep in mind that that list most likely
Will
will
change.
change, uh, will most likely be reduced once you start seeing all the prices of the resorts and
Hmm.
everything.
Do you think, I don't know if it's in this video, but because the number of guests, we took the package of what we thought we would have,
Mm-hmm.
but if we had known that the amount of people that are actually coming,
Mm-hmm.
we would have maybe taken a lesser or not a smaller, I guess, package. So are we talking
Yeah.
about this here or in the next?
Um, I think
We
I
can talk
guess we
about it.
can talk about it.
Yeah. So okay.
I was gonna say, I think one tip that we can give you guys once you, okay, let's say for us, the first list that we made,
We had
it was
120,
around,
121 guests. Something like
okay, something like that.
that. Yeah.
Then we were like, okay, as we said in the preview,
Previous.
previous
Hmm.
video, it's that yes, a wedding destination can be less cheaper than doing a wedding in your country or I mean in
Hmm.
Canada,
Yeah.
uh, but it can really help me.
I don't know where it is. It can be cheaper, but if you have a lot of guests,
Not only guests, but if you're really,
if you want a
if you
wedding of that
like
is
a princess
princess wedding, and I mean,
wedding,
as I said, I think earlier, if you have the means for it, go for it. But
yeah.
if you don't have the money for it, you have to.
Mm,
No, okay. So
I,
if you don't have the money for it, you have to maybe change a few things, and the guests are going to be the first thing that you'll cut.
yeah,
Yeah,
that you want to cut
yeah.
because it
You got to
can
remember.
really, uh,
No,
okay, it can really, it can really increase
the your budget or the
fast,
yeah, really, 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 really
really
fast. And
fast.
at this point, what it's not even worth to get married somewhere else. You can just do it
Exactly.
in your country, and so
Exactly. So where was I going with this?
the number of guests.
Um, the list.
Yeah, we had 120, and then we.
Yeah, but you said, oh yeah, because the truth is that maybe not all the people that you think you're gonna invite is going to come.
Hmm.
So for that, the tip is to really go for a resort with a package.
I would say with a lot of package and a lot of smaller package, it's gonna be hard to find. But
Yeah,
if you're able to see one with like maybe they all have 10, and then maybe 20 or 30, 40. If
40.
they have a lot of those, I would suggest trying to take that
Yeah,
one. And
because how it works is that you take your package of people, and then if it exceeds that number of people, you have to pay extra for each guest.
yeah.
So what we suggest is that sometimes, what the heck is that?
Well, I guess that's just it's not gonna be. It's
Ben Musta.
no, it's in Mush.
Using Mama Mush.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
The French came out because it was kidding. I hear the Montreal accent.
What was I saying?
Listen,
Sorry. Yeah, the tip.
yeah, so yeah, like 20, 30, 40, and then
Yeah,
because
it's because most likely a lot of people are not gonna come,
yeah,
okay?
so they say like expect, and that's wherever you go.
Well, that will
They
be
say
another video.
yeah, well,
Okay.
we have to
Yeah.
cut that part out.
Okay.
But they say 30% of your count will not come, so just keep that in
Mm-hmm.
mind. And the just basically all we're saying is make sure you know how many are coming, but have understand that it's not going to be the full amount of the full package or the amount of people that you're thinking are going to come are not coming. And if they are,
Mm-hmm.
cool for you.
Mm-hmm.
But you just keep in mind that you have to start your resort hunting. You need to know that it will
Mm-hmm.
change, but at least you have a direction and you can move along.
Yeah, because it's better to start small and then upgrade than have the biggest package and then
Yeah,
you're left out with a bunch of people that are not coming.
yeah.
So yeah. So also um
Okay, so so now one thing that you need to know is this is why I suggest going because we went through it is it took us 2 months to find the resort. um
mhm,
and one thing is you also need to pick your date for your wedding a year in advance if you do it in Mexico. I don't know about other countries and stuff, but
mhm,
Mexico, you'll need a year to book, at least a year, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggest that once you know that you're engaged, that's what you want to do. You need at least a year and 2 months to start the process, right? So if you want to get married, you got engaged in December, let's say, um, then you start working on that in January. Then that means that next year in March, that's when your wedding would be, because you took a year and 2 months to get it done. That way you have the time to go back and forth with the resort, with a travel agent, with your spouse, because you wanted something and you realize that's not what you really wanted,
Yeah.
and all the different things that can happen that you're not prepared for, because life will happen. And so that's just, I suggest, don't do it less than a year at least. If you do the whole process is less than a year, it's going to be stressful.
And
Um,
most likely you won't find the date
that
in the hotel that you want because um, it gets booked pretty
quickly, yeah.
early
And we
on.
didn't care about a date at all. We didn't care about a
Yeah,
date or day, even. We just wanted the month
yeah,
that we cared about. So that's all. So that's where you have to see what matters and what doesn't matter,
exactly.
and you have to see, do I have to make this a non-negotiable, or is it something that actually don't matter?
Mhm, mhm,
And that's why I feel like that's you have to talk with your partner, and just really get on the same page. That way,
mhm,
it's an easier process. I think I said it in the other video. It's either you're going to be you guys against each other, and the rest of the process will be great with your guests, or it's going to be the guest is going to be super annoying, or it's going to be chaos. But you guys will be in sync, or it's going to be everything will be in chaos. So you want the first option, and so
mhm.
that's why I say, talk with your partner on that, but you need at least, I think, wait a year and 2 months.
Yeah, and 2 months, like we said, it's really because it happened for us, but you really can have like bad surprises. For us, we had to restart all the process of finding a resort because we were really close to signing the contract with a resort, but then we saw some conditions and fees and other things
That
that,
we were not able to. We didn't think we were able to respect them,
yeah.
and
And so we had to start over again, and we were really close to like
yeah, the same.
send the
Yeah.
save dates to the guests and everything. So we were like a month
Hmm.
and a month or a month and a half
Hmm.
in already,
Yeah, a month and
and
a
we
half.
had
Because
to.
at least the thing is, once we started again, we already had an idea how that worked, the whole thing. So with
Mhm.
finding the other resort, the final resort, sorry,
We
it
found
was
it in like a few
yeah,
hours.
yeah. But the process of, okay, now we want this and da, 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 da,
Yeah,
it took two
because we,
weeks.
yeah.
And so yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Another thing that I was gonna say is that, yeah, really talk. I think the first thing that you guys have to do is really, like you said, sit together and talk about your non-negotiables and negotiables because that is really going to help during your resort hunting.
Mhm.
For example, for us, okay, one thing that I thought because we were getting married in Mexico. I'm a Latina, and I know how Latino people like like to party. I thought that we were gonna be able to finish the wedding very late, like 2, 3 in the morning. But turns out that it doesn't work like that
Mhm.
in a wedding destination because you're on a resort and there's other people. So there's really
They have not a curfew, but uh,
a
yes,
curve.
actually, they
Yeah.
actually have one. So it's like you can't, unless you're in a ballroom, because if they have a ballroom that
Mhm.
resort, you can. I believe it might be until 3 to 2 a.m., which is fine and great.
Hmm.
But the one that we picked didn't have one. So we
Also,
had.
no, but also because a ballroom, it's either if you have like an indoor reception, and if you don't, you can take the ballroom. But the ballroom, every extra hour, it's extra money, extra staff
But even the one that we
hours.
have, like if we wanted, we could extend it for an hour, I believe. um, but
Yeah,
everything is extra,
exactly.
so
And
it's not worth it.
it,
It's not
it
worth it. It's
well,
too
for
expensive.
us, it was
Yeah,
not
if you
worth
have the
it.
money to do it and that's what you want to do, go ahead. But if not,
Mm-hmm.
then you would have to do like us and just pick um not a well, yeah, a venue that is not a ballroom, but then it will end at 10 p.m. But
Well, the
that's when
maximum is 11 a.m.
yeah,
11
11
p.m.
p.m.
Sorry.
That's why we, as I was about to say, we found the resort that had a nightclub. That's what we wanted, or a club, so that way we can go from the reception to the club. Obviously, it's going to be different because it's not our wedding. There will obviously be other people around, but we make
Hmm.
it fun. We wanted. We didn't want the night to end at 10 p.m. We wanted to end.
Yeah,
I think the club will end at 2 a.m. But
I
so
think.
that way everybody has a chance to have fun
Mm-hmm.
and really
And
enjoy it.
extend the party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
extend the party.
yeah. Because yeah, for us, well, we think 10 p.m. is way too early to end the party, and we were cool with that to end the the wedding
Yeah, in the
in the
club. To
nightclub.
us, it doesn't really matter. You have to see
Yeah,
what matters to you or not. As you said, the
exactly.
non-negotiables and the negotiables, that was not a non-negotiable. We were like, yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of for us whatevers because we are pretty chill. So that's we're in sync on that. We just want to have a good time with the people we love. So
Mm-hmm.
it, that will also appeared around the wedding, every decision that we took for the wedding. So yeah, so
Exactly, exactly. You're with your people, because the other thing that was important for us is that yes, our wedding is one day, but we're staying there for a week, 7 days. So for us, uh, the thing that matters the most is that our people, our loved ones,
mhm.
have a good time, not only in the wedding, but
Yeah, they want
in the
and the rest
resort
of the
of the
vacation because it's
week.
also vacations, right? So
Exactly.
yes, the wedding is a thing, but all the rest of the vacation, we wanted to make sure that the things that they had, as what we said, the club, they have a lot of restaurants, a lot of indoor. They have an indoor um, bar pool. Sorry,
Purple,
pool
yeah.
bar,
Pool bar.
pool bar.
Pool bar.
They have a pool bar. So different things that we said, we want those things because the guests that we're gonna have there, we want them to have fun. So
Yeah.
you have to do decisions that are directly linked with the wedding, but others that are not related to the wedding, but
Mm-hmm.
also is important to the not the well-being, but kind of the well-being of
The
your guest and
guests.
yourself for the
Yeah.
remaining of the destination wedding and the vacation.
Yeah. So yeah, for us it was important that
Mm-hmm.
we have a good time and that we don't get like that we could have as many activities on site as possible, so we don't have to get out of the resort and
Yeah,
neither our guests.
because you don't
Uh,
want to. We have a lot of things. As I said, they have a lot of bars, a lot of restaurants, a lot of things
mm-hmm.
to do. Our wedding is in there's three. The resort has three other sister resorts
True. That's another
around
thing.
it, so we're able to just go there because it's included in the staying. So everybody's able to go to all of the different
Yeah.
restaurants, the pools, the all the things that you can amenities that they have. We are able to get them as well. So
Mm-hmm.
yes,
So you
that
have
way we yep
a 3 for 1.
yeah 3 for 1.
But
So
yeah,
and it worked well.
so that's another thing that maybe if sometimes the resort that you chose for your wedding doesn't have as many amenities and activities on site, you can look if they have like I don't know how they call that, like sister resorts, and that you can have access. So it gives you more access to more restaurants,
Hmm.
drinks, bars, and everything. So you can find it elsewhere. And
That's it.
yeah, the other
Oh
no,
no,
the other
oh,
thing is
sorry.
vendors. To look for a hotel maybe that they have vendors on site. So DJ services, photograph, videograph, services, makeup, hair, anything. So that can help to your decision with the vendors to see really all the uh, possible scenarios of okay, so are we flying out our photograph or are we taking it with the hotel or are we taking it from Mexico but outside of the resort? All those are possible scenarios. You just have to see with you guys budget what's better for you.
And this is why I think you have to do it a year and 2 months in advance, because all those things have
Hmm.
to be done. Like you should do this before you go ahead, and pick your resort. We did it as we went, and a little bit after we decided, okay, we want this. Some you have to do it after you sign your
Hmm.
contract, but some you can do it before. And so those are the things that you have to do. And obviously, everything we're seeing right now might be for some a bit overwhelming,
Hmm.
and we know that. So one thing we
Hmm.
are going to do, I don't know if it's going to be done by this video, but we're doing a guide that will help you guys through your process. Again, the goal is to ease and empower you guys to be able to do the same for your wedding. And so, yeah, we want to help you with this, and I think it will. So that way, you don't see this as something that is um, something that makes you
Overwhelming.
scared or overwhelmed,
Hmm.
but you can embark in this journey and have fun and do it with like boldness that is going to be fun because you have a clear direction of where you're going, and
Hmm.
obviously it will change a little bit, but that's okay
Hmm.
too.
Like we said, it's something. It's a process that can be stressful, overwhelming, but just keep in mind that it's maybe for most of you guys, for us it's a first time, so it's normal to not know where to start, what to look for. Those are all normal questions and reflections to have, but just keep in mind that you guys are a team, and that maybe there's things that he wants and that she wants, but at the end, like we said, it's to see like what are your non-negotiables and just really be a team, because sometimes uh, um, making the decisions can be hard and overwhelming, but keeping that in mind, and that it's sometimes it's like the first project that you guys are doing together, so it's fun to see like
Mhm.
how you guys manage that together, and see different side of you. So I think it's really a beautiful learning process, and just to embrace it and not be too hard on yourself can really be helpful during all this process.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's it.
think yeah. So we have another video coming next week. So stay tuned.
Yeah, come in, share, like,
Yes.
and again, we're probably gonna have a guide that you'll be able to. If it's not there already, then it will be in the next weeks, so you can just start this process. And yeah, so see you guys.
And
Yeah.
no, I was gonna say that you can leave us questions if we didn't maybe answer your questions, or you have other question,
Other
other
questions,
questions.
but also we might answer them in other videos, probably.
Exactly.
So if you see
But
that we don't answer, or we'll let you know if it
yeah,
isn't in the video that we're
yeah,
gonna have. If
because
not, we're probably gonna do maybe a Q&A or something. But yeah.
yeah, but because we're still in the process, so we keep learning as we go,
Hmm.
and we
Hmm.
keep sharing with you guys as we go. So yeah, so thank you, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned. Yep.
Bye.
Bye.